Alright, this is Gesler here, and I'm going to be trying to do Mixie Shadow Muffin's first post in Mixie's Literary Salon open. Uh, I'm going to take the liberty to interpret the voices the way I think they should be read. Um, so we'll see how this turns out. I gave it a read once over, and now I'm gonna just do it off the top of my head. See if it goes well. All right. Le Fouet was a newly opened bar in Jadaxia, and has yet had established no regular group of customers. Perhaps, in search for itself, this brightening the common room offered a temporary stage for the use of patrons. Tonight was literary night, and those who mounted the two steps to confront the local populace were given varying levels of attention while they told stories, read a play, or perhaps recited poetry. Mixie Shadow Muffin picked a chair up and took it with her to the stage, then sat down upon it. From a portfolio bound with alligator hide she produced a small stack of pages on which she had written a short play. She thumbed quickly through it to make sure it was all in order, then began to read, uttering a startling array of voices for the various characters. Scene: the temple of Scumbleduck, god of beneficence and fairness. A massive rectangular statue of Scumbleduck's insipid face occupies center stage, while to the left and right a long wall festooned with a fresco of Scumbleduck's happy benefactors stretches far into the distance. A woman enters stage left, and stands before Scumbleduck. Woman: "Oh, great Scumbleduck! My life is marred with sadness and tragedy, and I have nowhere else to turn. My lover was made into a thin, unsalted gruel by bandits. My child was carried aloft by a flock of net-wielding pigeons and has been seen no more. Last night my house burned in an unfashionable color of flame, and even now my shoes do not fit properly." The woman wrings her hands, weeping, and as she does so two priests in robes of gray enter from the wings to watch her histrionics. Woman: "Oh, Scumbleduck, Scumbleduck! My life is woe piled upon piteous grief. My parents have risen from the dead and will not let me rest of a night. My dog's haircut is inadequate for the weather. My latest batch of candles hiss and smoke so that my eyes burn red, and I cannot remember the last line of the only limerick I can recall. Will you not do something to help a poor worshipper?" The woman falls to her knees before the idol, head bowed in humility. Slowly and majestically, like a glacial calving, the idol tips forward upon the woman, hitting the ground like a sound like thunder heard from the inside of the cloud. Silence reigns for a beatific moment. Then the sound of ratcheting chains comes suddenly, and the idol slowly rises to its former position. The woman is now adhered to the face of the idol, pressed to the thinness of pancakes that has been sat on by an ox. The two priests move forward. One pries the woman loose with a large ceremonial spatula, and the other uses a pair of golden shears to trim the woman's rough edges. The shear wielder works with contentment, but the spatula man casts a sideways glance at the idol. Shearsman: "What is your discomfort, Wimfort?" Wimfort, the spatula man: "I have become unsure." Shearsman: "Unsure? This will never do. What is your quandary?" Wimfort: It is true that our great Lord has solved this woman's troubles, but I cannot help think that she might not have meant to concede her vitality and third most promising dimension. She seemed rather attached to them. Shearsman, shaking his head. Logic gives us an ironclad assurance. Our Lord is benefactor incarnate. Therefore, his acts must be optimal. Do not confuse yourself with the shadows and fog. Now, take your blessing and attach her to the wall. Indicates the wall that stretched to the other side of the stage. Winford, taking the woman under his arm and advancing 7 paces, then stopping. What you say must be true. Still, I would be most erased by a sign from the Great One. Once more the statue of Scumbleduck heaves majestically forward. The shearsman lunges forward in alarm, but he is too slow, and the mass of stone settles upon him. Smiling now, his sign given, Winford advances with the woman towards the long wall.